What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. I think this one is going to be quite interesting. Black man, black woman, and leadership. You know, sometimes people say we talk about the black community and the failures of the black community without talking about the successes of the black community and without talking about how our community got here, not from outside interference, but from the inside interference also. So I think I'm just gonna focus on the inside male female part of this leadership shit. So one aspect is this: the male female dynamic that is combative right now is a fight for, I guess, leadership. And women are feeling, that like we're more educated, we went to school, our parents told us we were the smart ones, and you gotta make sure you don't depend on no man unless he's a non-black man. These guys there ain't shit, and blah blah blah, etc., etc. So going back to the topic when I was like the black man ain't ish culture, y'all don't listen to our instructions. Y'all don't heed our advice. So so black men who are chessboard thinkers and are good leaders and successful individuals and are able to put man, woman, and child in a successful situation, you don't listen to those guys. But because you feel like you're the head. And then you go to church when the church tells you, the man is the head and you following God. But the minute you see a black man, all of a sudden you don't follow that same Bible that you in church every Sunday saying you following because the man is the head, and he was going to lead the family, and then the call that shit, and I'm going to be his helpmate, but you're insubordinate and you don't help. And the reason I bring this up is because this part of the leadership. The fight for leadership, there shouldn't even be one. And the reason I say it shouldn't even be one is because of this. We have a history that we all know of. And I'm talking post-slavery. When the black community was patriarchal post-slavery, it was productive, it was successful. It didn't get unsuccessful until white people started fucking with it. So we had success as a black community, being a patriarchal community, building foundations and businesses and communities and school systems and bus systems and taxis and banks and movie theaters and grocery stores, all kinds of shit. People were eating, people were happy, people were cool being separate. It was white people unhappy with that and started fucking with that because it was taking money out of their pockets. So we went from that successful situation because in that time you didn't hear black women complaining about black men. And I'm talking about from the early 1900s to the 50s, something like that. Because it depends on where you was at, 50, 60, depending on where you were at in America. That period lasted a longer time because they didn't get everywhere all at the same time. But I know my grandparents and my great grandparents don't have this adversarial issue because my great grandparents saw the men do their thing. They respected the men. My grandparents had still respected the men because they were still putting in work, but they saw how integration or desegregation started destroying the community and started realizing, okay, we all fell into this together. You know what I'm saying? So we're in this together, and we see the error of our ways by taking a certain path. So it was not adversarial. Now my parents' generation, shit just, that's when motherfuckers started just going at each other's throat on that bullshit. or maybe a little bit before my parents, but whatever. But it became adversarial, and now it's completely insubordinate. And the reason I bring it up that way is by saying this: we went from something effective, working, and functional to something ineffective, not working, and dysfunctional. And part of that is because of the battle for the leadership position. And people would say, well, what are the men going to do? Okay, well, here's the thing. I believe the men should be in that leadership position, but for one different reason. Black females haven't caught up mentally yet. See, y'all think y'all got an education that y'all head up. You caught up in education, but you're not caught up in real world common sense experiences or effective leadership or what works. And I tell you that because the same thing black women are getting conscious about now is the same thing black men have been saying for the last 30, 40 years. So mind you, 3, 4 decades went by and black men have been telling black women the same thing. 2, 3 generations went by, black men have been telling black women the same thing, and black women didn't listen. But now they're starting to wake up and say, oh, you know what, it's like this and this. So really, in essence, you're still decades behind us. We know what works, we know what doesn't work, we know how it's going to play out. But we have a community that just likes not see, we have a community and a society that likes to open Pandora's box and let every fucking thing out of it. And they spent all this time researching where Pandora's box was at, finding out every little detail about it and everything that was in it. And I just want to see all the fuck shit that's gonna come out of it when I open this box. This is gonna be great. And then when they go hunting the box, everybody told them, don't do that. Do not do that. Lord knows that's going to be a bad idea. Don't do that. You can't tell me nothing. I'm going to open Pandora's box because I want to see it for myself. And they let go all the bullshit out of it, right? And then they go, oh, I shouldn't have did that. That was a bad idea. And then somebody says, when you research Pandora's box, did you ever take into consideration how long it took to put all that shit in the box in the first fucking place and lock it up and throw it away and make sure it couldn't be found? Did you actually take into consideration how fucking long it took to get all that fuckery in that box? Here we go. The important shit, the real important shit, you didn't listen to. But you know what's at the bottom of the box is hope. Guess what? Hope didn't get all that shit in the fucking box. Hope is what they gave your stupid ass, because you need to hope you're going to get this shit back in the box, because the havoc it's about to wreak that you wanted to see so bad is going to be affecting your ass and my ass, thanks to you. Are you going to fix that? Well, you should have stopped me from getting Pandora's box. You're asking me to eliminate you. And see, you're still years behind on that sometimes. Because that's the part of feminism that people don't address. Is feminism caused a great miscommunication because the idea that we're equal, men and women are equal. We're not fucking equal. We come together to balance each other out, but we're not fucking equal. I'm a man, she's a woman. I bring my manhood, She brings her womanhood. I bring my masculinity. She brings my feminine. She brings her femininity. God, goodness, I'm tripping right now. To create a union. But when you want to be equal, you want to be equal to a man by being a man, but wanting a man to accommodate the things that you can't do to feel equal. Do you understand? I mean, that's where it's fucked up. Like, if you flip it around, you don't see men grabbing infants off of women's titty and putting them on our nipple like, I got this. I got this. I can nurture this kid, okay? I'm a provider. I can provide this kid with nourishment from my male nipple that doesn't produce milk because that is biologically fucking possible because we're equal. But the flip side of that is becoming normal female behavior, and y'all don't see how fucking out of line y'all are. And that's why the leadership gap is so big, because you actually think you're making sense when you're approaching men like men, but it's a double entendre. So you can't be a woman, be socialized as a woman, think like a woman, emotionally be a woman, and then say I love you. But I'm saying I love you like a man. No, because when I say I love you, it entails this, and this. When you say I love you, it entails this, and this. We say the exact same words, but it's a double entendre. You know, what you bring to the table is what I love about you. What I bring to the table is what you love about me. And we both say, I love you. But that doesn't mean that I'm saying I love you the same way you would want me to say it if you were me. That's not it. And you have to get in alignment with yourself. And then, part of the biblical thing the same way, because you can't be. A lot of women think the leadership part is because we think y'all can't be leaders. No, you're insubordinate to your own femininity. Period. Why would I trust you with leadership when I can't trust you to be true to yourself? You ain't got to worry about men wanting to be women. Be true to our masculinity. We're not going to, let me be a chick. We're not trying to Bruce Jenner this shit. And then when y'all see people like Bruce Jenner, y'all take that shit like, nasty motherfucker. Wait, I hate to break this to you. A lot of you females are female versions of Bruce Jenner. And when we say it, that's some bullshit. Y'all say, I'm strong and I'm independent and I'm educated. Like, this bitch is so stupid. And I can lead us in it. No, you can't lead me no fucking well. Because the only thing you're going to lead me to destruction. How could you say that? Well, our community is fucked up. And when we try to tell y'all it's fucked up, we've been trying to tell y'all for 30, 40, 50 fucking years that it's getting fucked up and worse because of these things. You're insubordinate. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's because, no. We've been telling you that you look good without all that shit in your hair for at least 30, 40 years. No, you like it. You like it. No, we don't. But you gotta have alopecia to realize, oh, this shit is a bad idea. And if I go natural, these guys gonna like me anyways. No shit. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it.